Hey guys, Eric Christensen from Chandler Physical Therapy here. Wanted to go over 3 things today that could keep you from running successfully. Time and time again, we see lots of injured runners, and a lot of times these 3 things are key components of the cause to injury. I'm going to be talking about great toe mobility. We're going to be talking about ankle mobility in 2 different ways, one with the knee straight and one with the knee bent. When we're running, if we're taking my left leg here, as we're going and pushing off it, accepting weight, we have to have the knee straight, and the ankle needs to have a certain amount of mobility accompanied with that. Okay? If you're lacking that, your stride length is going to be shorter, and you run the risk of not only issues with this leg, calf, plantar fascia, possibly hip flexor because you're not extending long enough, but also the leg that's reaching as you're running, hamstring, possibly overuse of the hip flexor. Lots of different options can happen when you're missing ankle mobility down low. Okay? As we transfer and lean in, we also need to have the knee unlocked and ability for the ankle to move in that plane as well. Okay? Again, same scenario. If you have issues there, we can end up with overuse of some sort of joint or tendon on this side because it's making up for something that's not moving down lower, or opposite side leg is going to be working even harder to make things right. Lastly, as we go in and we go to push off into our explosive phase, you need to make sure that that big toe is moving. As we come up, and you can see I've got to get that big toe mobility moving. If not, again, you're not going to get a good push off. That could lead to underutilized glutes, overutilized calves, strains, sprains, injuries down the line. Quick self-check that you can do for all 3 of these things. First one, line your feet up together, bend your knees and go as low as you can, keeping your heels down. You want your kneecaps in line with your second toe. Okay? If, when you come down and you drop a line from your kneecaps in front of that second toe, they're not at least 4 inches beyond that, you're at risk for injury. If you lean up against the wall and you drop your hip in and your hip bone doesn't clear at least 3 feet in front of your big toe with your heel down, with your knee straight, you've got a risk for injury. Lastly, if you sit on hands and knees, put your toes up underneath you and sit back, and you can't get that toe to almost 90 degrees, we got a risk for injury. If you have any one of these things, give us a call today, 480-786-4969, and prevent injuries before you start having them. Okay? Once you get them, it's a lot harder to fix. But if you get in early, you start working on it now, you can stay running, you can stay active, and you can participate in that race without hobbling to the finish line.